This conference will now be recorded.
So you are using that on click one, isn't it? So same way we can work with various other events like mouse events, keyboard event. Yeah. Okay. So can anyone read that for me? What is an event? Event is an action. Event is an action that will occur in where? In the web browser. That will occur in the web browser. So the event is an action that will occur in the web browser. So generally what happens is when you are clicking, just already we have done some events, no? So when you are clicking that event, some action is happening in the background or not? What was the action when you are clicking? So there was some text coming. It was happening where? In the browser. In the browser. So what I'm trying to tell you here, so the browser gives the feedback. The browser gives the feedback. So whenever the event takes place, the browser will give the feedback. The browser will give the feedback. So feedback, we generally call it as the event. That's it. Event is happening. When that feedback is coming, we are saying that the browser is responding us. The browser is giving some response. Yes or no? So generally, that is our way of understanding. Yes or no? So basically, what the browser is doing, the browser is interacting. The browser is interacting. So this is what we call it as responsive events. What do we call it? Responsive events. Okay. Now, how can you work with that? So just a simple example first, so then we will talk about the other things. Okay, right? So how it works and all we'll understand. For now, try and understand this. What is this basically? What is that code telling you? What is this code telling you? Let btn is equal to document dot query selector. So these three things I will put where? I'll put under the script. Yes or no? Then what is that hash btn? What is that hash btn? ID for whom? ID for the button. ID for the button. Okay. So what we will do now is, okay, so we will try to change something. Okay. So we will try to change something. So we will go to first.html. So here, okay. So always what I'll do is I will put the script under, I'll put the script under the head tag. Okay. Okay. So that is generally my habit. Okay. So I will put this here. Okay. So what is the first line here? Let btn is equal to queries. What is query selector? Remember yesterday's class? Remember yesterday's class? What is query selector? Query selector is a property by which you can access the HTML elements. HTML elements. Okay. Now what is this add event listener? We'll talk about. Okay. Now we will change this. Now I don't want this long style. So what style I want? I want const because this is the latest way that we can create the functions. Okay, const. I will say button event is equal to. Tell me, what is this? We are using which function? We are using arrow function. We are using which function? Arrow function. Remember this or forgot? Remember or not? Okay. Okay. Fine. So this is the way that you are doing. So this is alert. This is alert. Alert is the proper. I mean, alert is the task of the function. Okay. Now, what should be there here? There should be a button, but what should not be available? What should not be available? This on click is not available. Why, sir? On click will be taken care by the add event listener. On click will be taken care by whom? By the add event listener. So now we are not making HTML responsible for the events. Yes or no? So what we'll do now? We'll say ID is equal to BTN. ID is equal to BTN. So what I told here, ID is equal to BTN. So ID is equal to BTN. So simply what I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to say that, okay, so body part. So button, and I'll close the div over here. Okay, right. Now tell me the flow. Where I should come first? I should come to the button, isn't it? What button will be created? Try it button is created. Now if you see a button, what you generally do, you click, no? You click that button. So what you're doing, you are clicking. When you click it, when you click it, what should be happening? There should be an event. There should be an event. So this is what is event. What is this? Event. So when you are clicking, what is this click actually? Click is the actual event way. Click is actually the event way. On click you said no previously. Now no need of on click or anything. What you're using? You are using add event listener method. What you are using? Add event listener method on where? On the button. On the button. Okay. For avoiding the confusion, I will say buttons. Okay, and I will say buttons. Otherwise, you will be confused. Okay. Now what I'll say? What I said? I will click on the button. When you click on the button, what will happen? This will be called. Who is that getting called? Add event listener is called. Add event listener is calling whom? BT event. What is BT event doing? BT event is giving a alert. BT event is giving a alert. Okay, now let's understand by running this. Okay, now tell me what you got. You got a button. You got a button. Okay, one second. Uh, hmm, cannot read the properties of null. No need. Let's check. Document dot query selector correct only. Nothing is wrong. No? Cannot read the properties of null add event listener. Huh? Button ID ఇచ్చాను కదా. అర్థం కాలే. పైన ఇస్తే no, whatever it is, it should select, no? Okay, we'll check. Add event listener. So you need to add the event. So click. BT event. Okay, so we'll go with the traditional function. Same thing, just I'm trying. Okay. Now kept in the body it is working, outside the body it is not working. Okay, anywhere you can keep actually, no problem. Okay. So we will try with, so we will minimize the use of traditional function. Okay, right. Okay, so what I've done here, now understand the flow. Anywhere, script anywhere is fine. I'm not doing anything big, but it is working now. Yeah. Now tell me what is happening. In the output, what you are looking at, tell me first. You are looking at a write button. Okay, you are clicking on write button. When you click on write button, what will happen? When you click on write button, what will happen? So that write will go with an ID. Who is accepting that ID in the script? Document.query selector btns is accepting that button. So whatever the property that button will do, that btns is representing. Okay, next what we did, we said btns dot, don't worry about this function. In function btns is not involved. Okay, btns dot add event listener. Btns is who? This button only. Btns is who? This button only. Yes or no? So btns dot add event listener. Add an event. Add an event. When somebody is clicking on that button, when somebody is clicking on that button, you work or you run which function? You run bt event function. You run which function? BT event function. So what is BT event function responsible for? It is responsible for giving this alert. It is responsible for giving this alert. Yes or no? Okay. So for your understanding, I'll provide you some more notes. Okay. So you can just look at there and execute. Now tell me, read the lines. First, select the button with the ID btn by using which method? Query selector method. Then define a function. So there we define bt event something, but actually it is as per notes display. As per notes display. Yes or no? Display any name can be anything. It is not that you should have this no this name only. You should have this name only. There is no rule as such. Okay, anything can be there. Then what you are doing? New step is registering. What we are registering? We are registering the event handler. What we are registering? Event handler. Event handling mechanism. What is this mechanism? Event handling mechanism. So what does that event handling mechanism do here? It will make something happen. It will make something happen. So what is that happening, sir? Some event is happening. What is that happening? Some event is happening. What is that event? When it is happening? When the user clicks. When the user clicks that particular button. Now you understood the whole scenario? Yes or no? Without seeing, can you do the program? Can you try? Yeah, try for 5 minutes without seeing. Without seeing, try for 5 minutes. Let's see. Just analyze what. So from the steps also you can analyze. So the steps I shown you. From that steps you can analyze and tell me. You can try it in the head also. You can try it in the body also. Over. Finished. So now you are comfortable with arrow functions, everyone, because that is important. Arrow functions comfortable. So if you have parameters also, so parameters you have to keep in that brackets. Okay. So if you have parameters, you have to keep in these brackets. Okay. Parameters means something like a comma b. Okay. So you can use that a comma b and all. Not now. You can just Okay, so let's move further now. Same thing, same thing, but I want you to use arrow functions. Finished? Okay. So this is the way that you are going to add the listeners and run the codes. Okay. Right. Hope everyone ran it. Okay. Now, actually, we are writing the long run code, but we can even write the shortcut. Okay. So what is the shortcut here? Tell me what I'm doing here. What is the change that you can see? See, when the programming technology becomes improving, the code becomes shorter. What is the change that you can see? Function we wrote directly in the listener. We wrote directly in the listener. You can try it later. Okay, you can try it later. So directly function, you can write arrow function also, no problem. Directly arrow function also, you can write it. Okay, okay, I'll write it for you. Okay, so what exactly we have done here? We have taken this, and instead of all that constant and everything, okay, so we can even write it like this if it works. Okay, now tell me what we have done. It may be confusing, but once you understand, it will be easy. Okay, so where it is actually closing, it is actually closing here. It is actually closing here. Okay, is it working? Yes, how it is working? Instead of variables, so instead of how many variables we are killing here? First, what is the difference between the previous code and this code? In the previous code, we had let btns is equal to, yes or no, let btns is equal to document dot query selector of button, and that variable again we are using in the function. Instead of all that, directly I am writing, see, document dot query selector of button. On that, you use the add event listener. Yes, what does add event listener contain? Click. What is click? Click is some event. Click is some event, and whenever you click it, this function should take place. Whenever you click it, this function should take place. So that is the meaning. Yes, in one line it is over or not? I can write like this in one single line also, but I am not writing it because it might confuse you. Okay, understood my point here? What is document? The whole document. Okay. What is query selector? Used for selecting an object. Used for selecting an object. Okay. Now what is BTN? The ID. Okay. What is add event listener? The event. Okay. So the event handler, I should say. What I should say? Event handler. Okay. Now event handler will take what? The action. The action. Click action. So when somebody is clicking, what should happen? The function should execute. What is the function? This is the function. Is it tough or easy? Easy only. But you have to know that previous one. If you know the previous one, it will be easy. Right? So that is why my aim is to make the things understand, because once you understand it, it will be easy. Everything you can get it. Right? Okay. Execute quickly. Quickly execute. I'll give you 2 minutes for execution. Because once you execute, it will be easy. It will be understandable for you. Finished? Done? Okay, so this is the way that you can go for it. Now let's understand the things here. Okay, basically we will have some levels of events. Okay, so the levels of events, now for example, you can see here we are saying button on click is equal to function and all. So this is known as the level 0 event. Okay, so this is known as the level 0 event. So each element has event handler properties such as on click. Now what we are saying, button dot on click is equal to function like this. But we are using level 2 event handlers. What we are using, 0 1 is outdated, one not now not being used. Level 0 we used until yesterday. How we used, we said no, on click is equal to button on, so that was level 0. Level 1 outdated, we are not using, so no need to see also. Now today we are learning what, level 2 event handlers. What are these level 2 event handlers? So level 2 event handler means you are using add event listeners. What you are using, add event listeners. With that, what you are doing, you are registering the event. What you're doing, you are registering the event. What you're doing, sir, registering the event. So what are the two parameters for registering the events, tell me? One is the event name. Already example is there, so with that example in mind you are understanding this. Okay, what are the two parameters there? Event name, third parameter generally not required. So event name and what, event handler function, event name and the event handler function. Okay, now for example, so third one is like a boolean value. Okay, so now not required. Whenever we require, I'll tell you. Now tell me what is happening here. Add event listener, click function of event. So up to now we did not take any parameters or anything. But what parameter you can take? You can take something like event. Something like event. So that event should be updated. That event should be updated. Something like this. Alert of function event means this event is the background event that is working. Background event. So click event, mouse over event, mouse movement, whatever we have seen there. Okay, so that is nothing but the event. Okay, so these are level 2 events. Okay, level 2 events. Now see, the same thing we have done already. Now tell me what happens here. Everything we have done, but this is like another example. Now tell me what is happening. First, what you have to observe, body part. What is there in the body part? What is there in the body part? What is there in the body part? Button id is equal to my button. Tried button is there. When somebody is clicking on tried button, what is happening? So try it will search, is there any event added to me? Is there any event added to me? Is there any event added to it? Yes. On click, you display date. On click, you display date. Okay. So display date means which function? Display date, get element by ID demo dot inner HTML is equal to date. What is happening? Tell me. What is happening? Where that date will go and sit? Where this date will go and sit? Where this date will go and sit? Forgot the things. Where this date will go and sit? This will go and sit over here. Yes or no? Inner HTML. Remember or not? Now your task right now is make it short. Make it short in one line. Make it short, fast. Don't try to copy the same thing. Make it short. Already we have done that. Again, 2 more minutes I'll give you. Make it short, one line. See, nowadays only shortcut things are being written. Okay. Yeah, finished. How did you do that? Okay, help me. Document dot. Hmm. So you want one more thing, no? Here, PID is equal to something like demo. No need to use the same. You can go with your idea. Hmm. Tell me what I should say. Everything let be the same. Document dot query selector button add event listener. When somebody is clicking the button, what should happen? What should happen? Document dot document dot get element by ID. What I have to get? I have to get this demo. I have to get this demo. In the demo, what should happen? Okay. So for our convenience, we will just move it aside. Tell me. Document dot get element by ID demo dot inner HTML is equal to date. Okay. HTML is equal to date. That's it. Okay. Save this. Got it? Yes. Did I get the date? Yes or no? Hmm? డేట్ రాదు క్లిక్ చేస్తే వస్తుంది సేమా query selector button. See the names. Ninth line, 10th line, names. Check the names. Maybe names you have kept wrong. That is why you never see and type the code. Okay, you will see and type the code means you will do mistakes. Done? Got it? Okay. So now slowly moving forward. So basically you can add many more events. Okay, see here. So all the other examples also you can see and try it later. Now slowly going forward. So you have, see here, we have up to now worked with only click function, isn't it? Now we have mouse over function, mouse out function. What are these functions? Mouse over and mouse out. Okay, let me write. And later on you have to convert that into shortcut function. So that's your job. Okay, simple. Once you understand one thing, all the other things will become very simple. Okay. So what do you mean by mouse over, mouse out means what? So suppose you are going into a particular, see, Now I'm going on to this. So what I'm doing, this is mouse over. Mouse over means something. So this is my cursor actually. So cursor is moved by the mouse only, no? So now I am going on to this. This is mouse over, mouse on that element, mouse on that element, yes or no? So mouse out, mouse out means I'm taking the mouse out of it. I'm taking the mouse out of it. So those two are also events. Those two are also events. Now tell me, very simple. Tell me what is happening. What is happening? Hmm. What is happening? Sir, first button should be there. Yes. Okay. So button is there. When you click on that button, tell me what is happening. When you click on that button, what is happening? When you click on that button, what is that? What is happening? When you click on that, what is happening? When you click on that button, my second function is working. What is my second function? Clicked. What I should get? I should get clicked. So this is plus equal to. Plus equal to means, you remember? Plus equal to means assignment operation. So now for example, if I'm saying a plus equal to 5, what is the meaning of that? A is equal to a plus 5 means on clicked, I'll get one more clicked. I'll get one more clicked. Okay, first I will run, then you will understand. Okay, now see here. So what I'm doing, okay, now see here. So what I'm doing, I'm taking the mouse onto it. Mouse onto it. Mouse onto it. Mouse over. Now I'm taking mouse out. Mouse over. Mouse out. Mouse over. Mouse out. So what is happening? The text is getting assigned. The rest is getting assigned. Now I will click on what I'm getting. I'm getting clicked. I'm getting clicked. Now mouse out. Mouse over. Clicked. Mouse out. Mouse over. Click. Yes or no? So these are mouse functions. Mouse over and mouse out are mouse functions. Yes or no? Am I clear? So now generally when you see the pages in the real time also, mouse functions will be there. So if you just drag your cursor on to some element, you will get some action. How it will take place? Because of this one. Yes. Am I clear? Yes or no? So this is also known as a single page application. Why sir you are saying single page application? See, is that getting reloaded? Is that page getting reloaded? Page will not get reloaded. So the actions will take place on the same page. So these are called single page applications. Angular JS and React JS are specialists in that. Yes, Angular JS of course. JS means JavaScript. JS means Java. React JS means that is also JavaScript. So they are specialists. Now in React JS and Angular JS, you are no longer going to use this add event listener and all. No, you are not going to use. But here you have to know how the event is getting handled here. You should know here. There we will implement it in a total different way. Here only knowing the purpose. JavaScript is only knowing the purpose. So React JS, Angular JS is a real gamer. Getting my point? So there we will have to go for many more examples. Am I crystal clear with my points or not? Now you understood the basic thing. So how you are adding the events, so just trying to understand the things. Okay. Now what is your job? Your job is to make the shortcuts out of it. Okay. Do it. Now these are the major events. These are the major events of the DOM. Major events of the DOM, click event and the mouse event. Keyboard events and all are there, but that I'll show you with one example. Okay, so that will happen in tomorrow's session. Okay, right. So make it shortcut. Make it shortcut. I'm not going to do shortcut. You have to make the shortcut. Yeah. No further topics will be explained today. So I will give you the notes, and I want you people to make the shortcuts out of it very fast. ఏది Yeah, online people, I'll be sharing the notes in 2 minutes. Thank you.